Hey guys, it's me Cecilia. How are you all doing? I hope you are all well. My video for today is about crypto news and updates. We're gonna be talking about the recent Bword conference and my thoughts about it, and also about JPmorgan. And I'm gonna show you some of the recaps of the Bword conference. When I was recording it, guys, the recap, my son yelled at me and saying, "Oh my God, mom! You're with Elon in Zoom." And it was so funny, guys, and I laughed so hard. So, anyway, without further ado, let's go.
CEO and CIO of ARK Invest. Next is Elon Musk, techno king of Tesla and chief engineer of SpaceX. And finally, Jack Dorsey, CEO of Square and CEO of Twitter. What's shaped and influenced your views on Bitcoin? And let's start with Kathy.
Okay, Steve, thank you. Well, the first thing was our focus on disruptive innovation. So starting in 2011, Brett Winton, our director of research, who I know will be on the program later, he started talking about this thing called Bitcoin at the time. And it was a curiosity as we were doing our brainstorms in research. But as we learned more about this open source ecosystem, that might fulfill the role of the payment system that the internet neglected to build into the system, not expecting commerce. We thought, this might be something. And then I became even more interested when I realized that my economics would come into play as well here. And Art Laffer, my mentor from USC, and a monetary scholar, in 2014, I asked him if he would collaborate on a paper on Bitcoin. And he was a bit of a naysayer at first, but agreed to read the paper. He read the paper, tore it up, and from an economics point of view, really wanted to understand this. And he said, I think you got something here. This is a rules-based monetary system. I've been waiting for this for my entire career. So the combination of disruptive innovation generally, economics on top of that, and the huge misunderstanding out there as to what this is, that was intriguing and launched our research effort.
Thank you. Elon, what's influenced your views on Bitcoin?
So I think it makes sense to support something that improves the quality of information with which we conduct the economy, and Bitcoin is a candidate for that. It does, I think, some things well, and it's obviously it's evolving, and there are additional things like Lightning being done on top of Bitcoin. But Bitcoin per se is mostly solving for scarcity, or rather solving for essentially having no throat to choke, decentralized. So there's no one who can be coerced in any way to empty their Bitcoin account. Well, I guess they could technically, but on an individual basis, but the system as a whole cannot. And it has an open ledger, which is also quite good. But transaction volume is low. Transaction cost is high, and usability for the average person is not yet very good. But it has a lot of potential. And I should say that, like, I'm not, and I apologize for taking a long time, but there certainly is a lot to say. In general, I'm a supporter of Bitcoin and the idea of cryptocurrency in general. But as I've said publicly, we do need to watch out for crypto taking, especially Bitcoin, using proof of work to maybe use energy that's maybe a bit too much and not necessarily good for the environment. So, but on balance, I support Bitcoin, and I do own Bitcoin. And Tesla owns Bitcoin, SpaceX owns Bitcoin, and then I do personally own a bit of Ethereum and Dogecoin, of course.
Jack, how about you? What shaped your views of Bitcoin?
the network and the community. It's deeply principled. It's weird as hell. It's always evolving, and it just reminded me of the internet when I was a kid. And I encountered alt cypherpunks when I was fairly young, and this was a topic of discussion for years. I didn't touch it until 2008 when we started Square. We Elon and teams at X and PayPal inspired a lot of what we were trying to do, trying to bring in more to a physical world. But we encountered this crazy predatory system that was slow, that was obtuse, and I think one of the things that we tried to do, which X and PayPal also tried to do, is build an abstraction layer around this complication and around this predatory nature that the financial industry can tend to be.
Elon said he owns Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge, while Tesla and SpaceX both exclusively own Bitcoin. And he also said that he's not pump and dump. So Musk also refuted his support for cryptocurrency in general, despite potential environmental risks, saying one thing you do need to watch out for with crypto, especially Bitcoin, using proof of work, using energy that's a bit too much and not necessarily good for the environments. He also said he has been holding his Bitcoin long term. He said, if the price of Bitcoin goes down, I lose money. I might pump, but I don't dump. Musk said, I definitely do not believe in getting the price high and selling or anything like that. I would like to see Bitcoin succeed. So guys, Tesla would most likely resume accepting Bitcoin for purchases when mining becomes less environmentally taxing. So let's go about Katie Wood. I think Katie Wood did a really good job. I think she did mentions most of the people's concern. Katie Wood is the founder of ARK Invest, and she highlighted the role Bitcoin could play in ESG. Bitcoin could be the best, she said, Bitcoin could be the best form of money from an ESG perspective. Wood said ESG, which stand for environmental, social, and governance, is one of the reasons Wood has supported Bitcoin. Money has powerful network effect qualities, Wood said. The remittance industry is a 700 billion global market with people paying massive fees to send money to their families or to other countries. Bitcoin could solve some of the world's problems, including remittance fees. That's a social responsibility. And also she said about three roles of money, how Bitcoin fits in. She said, there are three roles of money: store of value, means of exchange transaction, and unit of account, a unit how goods are priced. Right now, Bitcoin is a store of value with the other roles existing on a smaller scale, she said. Store of value is a very big role. Bitcoin is the first rules-based monetary fallacy on a global scale. Wood said the rule is Bitcoin having a quantity of 21 million units, which she said provides a huge store of value potential. So let's go about Jack Dorsey, guys. Jack Dorsey, he sees Bitcoin as having the potential to become the native currencies of the internet. When Elon caught him off guard about will Twitter use cryptocurrency for the payment, he responded to the possibility of allowing Twitter advertiser to pay in Bitcoin. He said that any form of payment that clients want to use, we should be able to take. But still, he's not specifically saying that they're gonna accept Bitcoin. So, however, he is more focused on creating economic incentive within the network itself as opposed to advertising. The statement implies that user content could create value sent via crypto transaction, though Dorsey did not say so explicitly. So, Dorsey commented that today advertising and online business model would be entirely different if Bitcoin had existed before YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook come into existence and bring financial freedom to another country. So, So guys, my thoughts about it, overall, it is positive and bullish. It does seems that Elon might accept Bitcoin again as a payment of Tesla, and I'm sure it's gonna happen, guys. Remember, guys, when the internet comes into existence, there's a lot of discussions, a lot of buds, a lot of problems before it becomes totally accepted. And the conference is pretty much the same as the other recent conference. And there's are some issues that didn't talk about, like the mining issues. They said little, but it's not enough. But overall, guys, I'm so positive and I'm so happy about it. So let's go talk about JP Morgan. So let's go here in my screen. So JP Morgan gives wealth management client access to Bitcoin Ethereum funds. So JP Morgan this week gave its advisor the power to buy and sell crypto products for its wealth management client, according to Business Insider. This means JP Morgan clients can invest in grayscale investment and Osprey funds. Client will have exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum through the investment products. So JP Morgan, one of the biggest investment banks in the world, has given its wealth management client access to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies fund, according to reports. Clients are now able to buy and sell 5 cryptocurrencies product JP Morgan advisors. Citing a memo it had since, advisors have access to 4 grayscale investment product and 1 Osprey funds product. The order, effective from July 19, gives clients exposure to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum Classic via Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, Bitcoin Cash Trust, Ethereum Trust, and Ethereum Classic vehicles. Clients also can invest in Osprey Fund, Bitcoin Trust, such as funds do not mean JP Morgan client will personally own cryptocurrency. They'll just have exposure to it. Grayscale and Osprey are firms that allow investors to have stake in crypto world by letting them buy share that track the price of assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Grayscale and Osprey do all the complicated stuff like buying and storing the cryptocurrency. Grayscale is the biggest asset manager in the crypto world, currently managing 27.5 billion. It is owned by Digital Currency Group, a New York City-based venture capital firm, but as of late, the firm's shares have been trading at a discount to the price of Bitcoin. So guys, still this is bullish news for us, especially to all the who's holding Bitcoin. So this is great news, guys. So as soon that's happening, guys, after all of that happening, the price of Bitcoin pumps up. As by the time of this recording, the price of Bitcoin is currently, let me check the market cap today, guys. So guys, the price of Bitcoin as of by the time of this recording, it's 34,243.41 dollar. So it is down at 0.56% in the last 24 hours, guys. But in the last 7 days, it is 8.86%. So because of that, JP Morgan and the Bword, I think that's why it increases. It pumps ups. Unlike the last few weeks, it's in like 29. Yeah, it reaches 29,000. So today, global crypto market cap is 1.36 trillion, which is 3.42% decreases over the last day. The total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is 65.52 billion, which makes a 13.91% decrease. The total volume of DeFi is currently at 8,440 billion, which 12.81% of the total crypto market 24 hours volume. The volume of all stablecoin is now 53.51 billion, which is 81.66% of the total crypto market 24 hours volume. So The Bitcoin dominance is currently 47.17%, an increase of 1.35% over the day. So, still sitting at number 2, guys, is Ethereum, which is $2,135.99, decreases at 2.58% over the last 24 hours and 12.83% increase in the last 7 days. So 12.83%, guys, is too too good because of that happening in Bitcoin and Ethereum and other coins are pumping up. So it is good news. It is bullish. So I hope you will learn new today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Um, if you want to buy Bitcoin or other coins, you can use my link down below and you will get a rewards. And I will get a rewards too in return. So thank you so much for watching. Keep saving and investing. See you guys. Bye-bye.